After the girls had spent a few days in Istanbul, they prepared for the next city they planned to visit. Rachel and Katie decided to take a yellow taxi to go to the ancient city of Ephesus. Even though it was a long car ride, they really enjoyed the scenery during the trip. After they had been traveling for almost 6 hours, they finally arrived at their destination. Since they had been riding in the taxi for such a long time, they decided that they would spend the evening resting for their tour of the ancient ruins the next day. They woke up early the next morning so that they could make the most of the day touring the ancient city. After they had eaten a delicious Turkish breakfast of menemen, eggs cooked with tomatoes and green peppers, they were ready to visit the ruins. When the girls arrived at the entrance to the city, they were greeted by a bunch of cute cats that were eager for their attention. After the girls had petted their new furry friends for a while, they paid the fee to enter the ancient city. Rachel and Katie had a big interest in Ephesus because Paul the Apostle had stayed in this ancient city for over 2 years on his missionary journey, and he had written a book to the Ephesians as well. This city had also been an important trading city in the ancient world and had become the new Asian capital of ancient Rome after Pergamum was the capital. The girls studied the structures surrounding them with great interest, wondering what this city had looked like in the past. They visited the amphitheater, walked on old cobbled streets, and looked at the ruins of old terraced homes. They were amazed by the detail of the mosaics and decorations on the floors and walls of the ancient houses. They speculated from the decorations that the residents of these homes had been somewhat wealthy. The Library of Celsus was one of their favorites. It had contained about 12,000 scrolls when it was in use. Rachel commented to Katie, "I have read that the library was destroyed by fire. It was repaired, but then several years later it was destroyed again by an earthquake. This place has been through a lot. Archaeologists have pieced together the decorations of the front of the library to try to copy the original." The girls had studied some basic Latin and Greek before they came to Turkey because they had known that some of the ancient inscriptions would probably be in those languages. With their knowledge of the languages, they were able to translate a small amount of the inscriptions on the library stones. After they had spent close to 4 hours walking through the ancient sites in Ephesus, they decided to take a break and get something to eat. They enjoyed delicious doner kebab for lunch, with some sweet künefe for dessert. While they were eating, Rachel commented, "I have been looking online for good places to visit in Ephesus, and have found this really interesting place called Ayasulu Castle, which is an ancient castle on a hill not too far from here. Maybe we could go see that today."